All right, this is lesson 21 on the surface area of triangular prisms. So we're going to do very similar to what we did in the last lesson, but instead of working with rectangular prisms, we're going to work with triangular prisms. So the first thing we want to make sure we recognize are the different shapes of our faces. So on a triangular prism, we have rectangles that are going all the way around our shape. And then we've got two triangles that are our bases. So just like in our last lesson, we're going to use this nice little handy dandy organizing chart to help us figure this out. We've got two bases, so the front and the back of my shape. Are both triangles. And remember, my triangle formula is area equals 1/2 base times height. And then because this is a triangular prism where the sides are not the same in length, all of my rectangles have to be computed separately. So I'm going to have rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and rectangle 3. And all rectangles have the same formula, area equals length times width. Okay, so for my triangle, I have 1/2 and then the base times the height. So the base would be 12, height would be 16. So I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to multiply 12 and 16, which is 192. And since I have two triangles, because I'm doing the front and the back, so that's 2 total, I would multiply everything by 2. And since I'm multiplying everything by 2, 1/2 times 2, those cancel each other out. So my answer is actually just 192. Let's go ahead and calculate for the first rectangle. It does not matter what order you do these in. I'm just going to start, and I'll highlight that section. So I'm going to start with this rectangle that's right on the top. So that is 20 by 10. So 20 times 10, which is going to give us 200. Rectangle 2, I'm going to attempt to highlight. I'm going to do the bottom. So that'd be 12 times 10. 120. And lastly, this rectangle that is in the very, very back of my shape here on the left side, that is 16 times 10. Last but not least. And lastly, I'm going to add everything up. So the total surface area would be 192 plus 200 plus 120 plus 160 for a total of 752 centimeters squared. Next page. All right, I'm going to have you try this one on your own, so please pause the video and try it out when you're all set. So when you're all set, please check your work. All right, front and back, triangles, area equals 1/2, base times height, and remember there are 2 of them. So 1/2, 4 times 3, times 2. Well, remember my 2 and my 1/2 cancel, so this is just going to give me 12. Got rectangle 1, rectangle 2, and rectangle 3. Area equals length times width. And I'm going to do 15 times 5. $75. Second rectangle, area equals length times width. And if you notice, this is what we would call an isosceles triangle because two of the side lengths are exactly the same. So this is going to be exactly the same as rectangle 1, where I have 15 times 5 for a total of 75. And lastly, I'm going to do the bottom rectangle that it's sitting on, 15 times 4, which will give us 60. Last but not least, you add everything together, 12 plus 75 plus 75 plus 60, and that gives us a total of 222 centimeters squared. All right, that is all for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.